sweetheart.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. So I was grabbing my coffee.
It's alright. It's alright now. Oh wait, sorry.
Chatting with you, May.
Pardon? Sorry, I just couldn't turn the sound up there.
Today.
Oh no, it's alright. Thanks for having me here.
I'm to it because I've heard you have a little chat with Nick on his podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I want to have a chat with you. So
Yeah. You know, it's exciting.
thank you so much.
Oh
But,
no.
so how's lockdown been treating you? How have you been doing?
I've actually been alright. Thanks. Like, I've been just trying to get stuck into lots of different things. I've still been getting quite a lot of schoolwork. So
Yeah.
I
I've heard
haven't.
getting so much schoolwork. You're like going into your emails and you're like, what?
Yeah, like it will be like every day. I think like we get set homework for 2 weeks in like 2 week chunks, and then I'll just wake up and like teachers have put more on. I'm like, no, no, we've had enough. We've had enough. Mm.
Bless you.
But it's been all right.
Yeah, because I mean, I've looked back. I think it's 8 weeks. This week?
Yeah,
8 weeks.
yeah, I think so.
So it's like every time I come on, my roots are getting worse, and I'm getting more and more tired.
Yeah, I wake up and look really, really tired in the mornings. I'm like, oh, no.
Why are we so tired when we're getting the lie-ins and we're not doing anything? I'm like knackered.
I don't know. Me and my mum were saying this. Like we all, my whole family, we feel really tired, but like we're not really doing anything.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Not fair.
No.
What other things have you been doing then? You said other than schoolwork, have you been getting stuff? Any crafts like that?
Well, I'm not the best at art, so crafting isn't really great for me. But I've started running.
Oh, amazing!
Which is actually going quite good. Like I run like 3K every other day, but the other week I did a 5K. But it was quite good. I haven't brought myself to do another one. I'm dreading doing another one. I don't really want to do it again, but I think I might try doing on Thursday. I don't know.
Up for it. That's the thing. Once you've done it once, you're like, oh, do I have to do it again?
Yeah, I was like, I've done it once. That's fine.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, I've also I've done loads of online dance classes as well because my dance school has like a whole summer timetable.
Right.
And you can just book like any dance class you want. There's loads of different ones to choose from, so I can just keep up them.
Yeah. What's your favourite kind of dance then? Have you got a particular that you love, or just?
I really like all styles. Like I do quite a lot of different ones, but I'm really enjoying. I think that's what I'm liking about lockdown. Like I've done so many different classes of so many different styles that I've never done before.
Yeah.
So I've tried some like really different ones, which has been really nice because I like the variety.
Yeah, and you can find out what you love and what you kind of like. Oh, okay, that wasn't for me, but I really enjoyed that. So then you take that on when we're back to normal.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, what are you really missing? Everything. What are you really missing?
My friends and family a lot. It's really hard. Like I'm FaceTiming my friends basically every day, but it's just not the same.
Not, is it?
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I'm also really missing shooting. Like
a
lot.
then.
Not like shooting. Like photo shoots. A lot because like that's quite a big part of my life really, and not being able to do it's like really hard.
Which I can't wait. I've got so many questions for you. So about your little career. Because how old are you as well?
14.
Oh, you're 14. You were 13. Okay, so you're year 9 as well then?
Year 9, yeah.
You'll be going into year 10 in September.
Yeah, I actually can't believe I'm going into year 10. It sounds so weird.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
really weird.
You enjoy school?
Yeah, I do quite enjoy it, actually. Like, obviously, it's not my favourite place to be, but, like, I don't dread going every day. Like, I do quite like certain lessons, definitely.
Good. What's your favourite lesson at school?
I think English,
So does that mean,
probably, and yeah. Pardon, sorry?
does that mean if you love English, does that mean you're not a fan of maths?
I actually don't mind maths as well.
In the mold. Normally you like one or the other.
Yeah, science. I hate science.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
Which girl. And I guess PE as well then, if you're dancing and running.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like PE a lot.
Oh. So, okay. Coming into your little career then, how old were you when you first started modelling? Can you remember?
I think I was 10. I was in year 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Wow. So actually, really?
No, yeah, quite a lot of people I meet have been modelling since they were like 3,
Yeah.
like really young. And I'm like, I only started when I was 10.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow. So 4 years then, roundabouts.
Yeah.
Okay. And how did you get into modelling? If you were 10, was you interested in it yourself, or you still?
I actually didn't really know really much about it. Like, before you're in the industry, it's actually really weird because you don't know like anything about it.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But basically I was at it wasn't a dance show. It was like this local modelling agency was having like a start-up, like
An open day.
thing, yeah. And my dance teacher was friends with her, so we were dancing there, and they were taking photos of all the models, and then I got taken on by that agency, and then from there I just like moved up to bigger agencies.
Wow. God, blimey. So it was kind of your dancing that it kind of put you into the world, really.
Yeah, it's weird.
So have you been dancing for years? Have you been dancing little?
Yeah, well, I used to do gymnastics, like competitive gymnastics, since I was I think I was like year 3 or 4, and then I just transitioned into dancing, and now dancing is like my life, basically.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to ask you if you got any hobbies outside of modelling and school. So dancing.
Yeah, a lot of dancing.
Do you do lots of competitions and stuff?
Yeah, I do hip hop competitions. But I don't do any other competitions, but I do like my exams in all my different styles, like my modern ballet and stuff like that.
Wow. Oh, I had no dancer as well. Because do you
Do I play football?
play football? Or did I just
Well, in some of my Nike images, I am pretending to play football. Yeah, I'm not very good. Like, yeah.
I want to come on to that because, yeah, I'm excited to chat to you about that one. So,
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, coming back to the modelling then, what's your favourite about being a model? If you could list what's your favourite?
Probably meeting new people.
Yeah.
Like, I really like making new friends. Like, the amount of people that I've met on shoots, and then like
Nice.
it's just so nice. It's really, really nice.
And is it easy now you've got Instagram and social media, is it easy to stay as well?
Yeah, because well, my mum runs my Instagram account, but I I don't have like no control over it at all. Like, I still know people through it. Yeah.
No, good.
Which is nice.
Yeah, so meeting lots of people.
Definitely, yeah.
And are you a girly girl when it comes to like all the clothes and the makeup and stuff, or are you kind of like, it's part of the job, I'll get on with it?
No, I really, really like the clothes. That's one of my favourite parts, seeing all the clothes.
Yeah.
I really like it.
You enjoy all that.
Yeah, definitely.
So they're the best bits. Do you think there are any negatives to being?
To be honest, I really like it all. Like there really isn't any. Actually, okay, I really like everything about shoots. But I think I mentioned this in the podcast, Nick. The cold is not really my friend. Yeah.
Outdoor.
Like outdoor shoots in summer or like autumn and spring is fine, but sometimes when I'm wearing like summer clothes in winter, I've had it before and I've been like really cold. But I do get on with it.
Yeah, because that's the thing, isn't it? It is a job. You just have to suck it up and it's amazing. So
yeah,
I can imagine. Would you say when you go to castings, and obviously you go to castings, you can't get every job. How do you handle rejection from not, when you don't get a job?
I think like the more you go to, the more used to it you get.
Yeah.
But I think you just have to remember that like it's so competitive, there's so many people there that you just got to think not everyone can be right for the job. Like there could be like hundreds of girls for one role or whatever, that like they can't all be right, and everyone has a right to be there and to try, but you just got to remember that it's not because like you're not good enough, it's just that you're not right for the role.
And it's not personal, is it? But I'm open to question to everyone is excited about it. Like we're also I guess mature about it, and you have to be brutal, and if you get upset then it's right? But I agree, just go and do your best and see what happens.
Like I think if you took it personally every time, I just don't think you could do it, because I think it has helped me though with life in general. Like it's definitely given me a thicker skin, and I'm definitely like I take it on board with everything in life really.
And I'm glad you said that. Again, I've been saying how I feel like kid models get quite not a bad rep, but they get a little bit of a bad rep for, and so they just like being in front of the camera and, kind of a bit self-indulgent. But actually, you guys go to castings, and like you said, you have thick skin for that. The life skills that you guys have learned from such a young age, all the adult people that you're meeting, you're only carry that on your adult life. So I think it's amazing. And
definitely, like you said, I think people do think that like, oh, your child does modeling, like but
I think you've got a beautiful child kind of thing.
I think it has really boosted my confidence a lot. Like I go to castings now and I'm like, wow, sometimes I'm really thrown into the deep end, but I'm quite like proud of myself because I'm like, I actually did that.
Absolutely. And so you should be, because I mean, that confidence that you get away from them, you're going to need that even more. So I'm so proud of one. Like some of these kids, like you, never worked with you, or we've never even spoken, have we?
No.
So, but obviously, the wonders of Instagram, I see your work, what you've been up to and stuff, and like you just blow my mind. I honestly trying to find a picture, because when I post about has anybody got a question, trying to find a picture, and I was scrolling for about 10-15 minutes. I was like, right, just choose one. They're all so like beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Definitely for that, about your confidence and stuff, definitely. So obviously you're yourself, but if you met an inspiring young people, what would be your getting into modeling?
I'd probably just say, just like really be yourself a lot. Just always be yourself and don't try and change who you are, and just make sure that you do enjoy it.
Yeah,
because
I completely
some like some people don't, and that's fine if it's not for you, but then don't just push yourself to do it if you're not enjoying it, because then you're just not going to get the best out of it.
absolutely. And I don't think that's fair on the photographer, the brand, even the clothes that you're wearing, because you're not doing your job if you don't enjoy it. Gosh,
Yeah.
about standing around in the cold if you're not enjoying it well, and you're standing around in the cold. I mean, ugh,
Yeah.
that's so fun. So yeah, definitely be yourself, and yeah, I think if you don't enjoy it, do it.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Could you tell us about some of the brands that you've worked for? So what brands, who have you worked for?
I've worked for Nike.
Yeah.
I worked for Nike 4 times.
Really?
And
Wow.
yeah.
And can you remember the first, like the casting you went to for Nike, or is it Nike? Nike.
Oh yeah, in America they call it Nike, but I don't really know.
But yeah, so you remembered like your first casting for Nike and getting phone calls, got the job for Nike. Like, can you remember how that felt?
Yeah, I didn't actually have to go to any castings. Yeah, I had to send quite a lot of self-tapes though.
Interesting. Wow.
Yeah. I remember my first self-tape. I think they wanted to see like personality,
Yeah.
and I think if you could do like any sports. So I remember I'd come back from school and my mum was like, we need to send a self-tape now, it's for
No.
Nike. And I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. And then I was like running around my garden. I was bouncing on my trampoline. I was throwing netballs into my hoop. I was showing my dance moves. Literally anything. I was like running around my garden trying to show like everything.
Oh my, I guess so. That's another question then. Do you find self-tapes or face-to-face casting, which one do you prefer in terms of finding a job and being you? Do you find it hard self-tape or
I don't know, because see, with a self-tape, you could do it, like you can do it over and over again. And
perfect?
yes, if you mess up, but then sometimes I find that my personality doesn't come through as much. I feel like if they see me face to face, it's
Yeah.
like an easier like communication.
Yeah. It's kind of pros and cons, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, I probably do prefer going to castings, because then I can also get a feel for like, sometimes you meet people that would actually be there on the shoot.
Yeah. I guess that's the same for them as well. Like they feeling off you, yeah, different. But with the self-tape, you can just like keep recording. Right, let's get it perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh wow, good self-tape. And where has Nike taken you in terms of shoots?
So the first one was in Spain, but it wasn't one of their like big campaigns. Yeah, it was still a big shoot, but it was one morning actually in Spain. But then my other ones, I did 3 campaigns in Berlin, Toronto and Tokyo, and they were like 3 or 4 days of shooting.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot. But then I remember one day in Tokyo, because obviously there was quite a lot of jet lag there and it was like a long flight.
Yeah.
We got one day, our first day, we got completely free. So we got to just explore.
Lucky.
Really lucky.
Time, does it? Blimey. Wow. Oh, that's a little trip to Europe. I mean, you're talking Toronto and Tokyo. That's insane.
Yeah, it was really, really insane.
I mean, yeah, that's incredible. Wow. And the thing, going back to, you know, to an aspiring young model, it's kind of like, that sounds glamorous, right? Sounds like the dream. But you said 3 or 4 days shooting. That's tiring, long days, isn't it?
Very long. It was like, I don't know. I think there's only like a certain amount of hours that a child can work, but I don't know. I think it might have, was it 10 for me?
Wow.
I think like I was working quite long hours, which
Yeah.
I absolutely loved. It was amazing.
Cool.
But I would be like, some days, I remember in Toronto, it was this really hot day. We were wearing like the thick football like things.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like really sweating, and they wanted us, we had like a trainer there because they wanted us to actually be moving. So we were like running like laps and like really working hard, which I literally loved the experience. It was like the best thing, but it was hard work.
Yeah, it's not all glam.
Definitely not.
That's amazing. Wow. Even if that was the only thing I ever did, quite an achievement. That's
definitely. Yeah.
Who else have you worked for?
Primark.
Primark's a big one as well, because who did you worked with India on Primark?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was really nice to meet India.
Yeah, I bet. Where's so they based in?
Yeah, it was somewhere in London. It was in a studio, but I'm not sure whereabouts in London.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. And anybody else you worked for?
I've worked for Dior.
Have you really? That's not on my list. I didn't have Dior down.
Yeah, the photos aren't out yet.
Oh, is this a new one?
Yeah, this is a new one.
Can you tell me anything about it?
It was really cool. The clothes were amazing.
Right.
Really cool.
So, well, okay, Dior's thrown me off because that wasn't on my list of your brands. Okay, so go for a car Dior.
Oh my gosh, wait, I can't remember. Oh, yes, it was, I think it was just a self-tape before maybe, or maybe some photos, and it was like some photos or a self-tape or something like that. And then I think they selected people from that, and then we went back for a fitting, and then they wanted to see if the clothes fit, and then they chose from that.
Oh my goodness, you're like nearly there.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, I remember I was going to the fitting, and I remember me and my mum walking in. I was just praying. I was like, please let the clothes fit. Please let the clothes fit. Please let the clothes fit.
Oh wow! And is that stills or commercial?
Stills.
The stills. Oh, when is that?
I'm actually not sure because of the whole lockdown thing. I'm not actually sure if stuff is like postponed or not. I'm not really sure.
Nice. Oh wow, that's exciting. I mean, gosh. Okay, so I take that back. If Dior is the only job done, that's quite an achievement. Incredible. Wow. So when you get jobs like that, Esme, how do you prepare for a job like that, like both physically and mentally? Like, good night.
Yeah, good night's sleep, definitely. I mean, it makes me quite nervous because like any job, I do get a bit, I'm always excited, but I do get like a little bit nervous because like it is a job.
Yeah.
Still, it doesn't feel like it, but it is still like you're still working.
Yeah.
But I just always think to myself, just be yourself. Like, and that's always before any casting. If I'm nervous, my mum's like, you're fine, just be yourself, and that's all you can do.
Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? It's kind of like, you know, when you're an adult and you go for job interviews, you get really nervous. And you kind of, actually, they're like human to human. We're having a chat, and that's great for me. So, you know, you're kind of hired on your basis of just being you. So,
yeah, exactly.
But I mean, not to say that you wouldn't get nervous though, because I totally would, and you know, especially for and it's a big deal. So yeah,
Yeah,
I totally understand why you get nervous, but ultimately, I love that. Yeah, just be you.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was going to say my next. Do you have any? If you had a kid model that was nervous in front of the camera, do you have any for being nervous predominantly in front of the camera?
Any like tips or advice or?
Yeah.
I think what you've got to think is, I know this sounds really annoying, but try, like, the more nervous you are, the worse the outcome's gonna be. And I know you'd be like, well, obviously, but I think you've got to think, okay, if I keep getting nervous and overthink everything, then I'm not going to be happy with the final product. So you've just got to try and relax and think, I can do this, it's fine, it's just taking photos.
Yeah.
I can relax, and the more you relax, the more you'll get into the swing of things.
Yeah. And do you feel that having a relationship with the photographer, you know, kind of build rapport with them, even like the art director, etc., like having conversations with them and just being friendly, having a chat as well?
Definitely. Everyone I work with on set, obviously the children is always really nice to get along with, but
Yeah.
even the adults, like the hair and makeup, but the stylist, the photographer, they're all so nice, and they work with children, obviously.
Yeah.
So they're always really nice, and definitely having, like, chatting to them, and just, it really helps you relax and feel more confident in front of the camera.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
And that's the thing. Everybody wants you to amazing. So
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
because I think, yeah, as we've said about 4 times already, just enjoy it, because then that shines through in the pictures as well, doesn't it? So,
Definitely. Yeah, because even though it is a job, it shouldn't feel like that. It shouldn't feel like, oh, I have to go to a photo shoot now, like, at all. Like, I do it as a hobby. I don't do it because it's work at all.
yeah. No, definitely.
Mm.
Hilda asked a question, and she said, editorial or commercial work? If you had to choose between the two, what would you say?
I love both, but I think I'd probably say editorial.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because
Any
I love how sometimes you can be in crazy clothes. Like, the clothes I love, because I'm really into fashion. So sometimes I can have, like, the weirdest outfits on, but I love it, because I'd be like, I'd never wear this into town with my friends. So it feels like you're almost like, I don't know, you're almost like a different character, but you're still you.
I think editorial, everybody turns into like little creative monsters, and like you said, it could be absolutely insane, but it's kind of like, well, we don't normally do this every day, so let's just
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know what you were going to say. I actually thought you was going to say commercial, but for those reasons, definitely editorial.
Yeah, I do love commercial as well. Like, my favorite shoot was Nike, definitely, and that was commercial, but
yeah,
that was not your average commercial shoot, really.
Yeah, in London, is it?
Yeah.
No way. So editor. So going all the way back then, Esme, your friends at school. So you're 14. Do you talk about modelling with friends a lot? Like, do they know what you do outside of school? Are they supportive? You know.
To be honest, I don't really ever talk about it that much. I went into secondary school not really wanting my friends to know at all, but then they sort of found out because they saw my Instagram account and they were like, oh my gosh, wait, I've seen this, is that you?
You do it?
Yeah, and obviously I can't be like, no, that's not me. So, and then obviously I had to have time off school for like when I did the night shoots, because that was about 5 days off school, and I can't be like just lie and say I'm ill, because the teachers all know the real reason. So I did eventually tell them then, but they're really, really supportive of it. They're not ever like jealous or make fun of me or anything about it. They're really nice. I don't talk about it a lot. Like, well, I don't really ever bring it up to them. If they ask me stuff, I don't close myself off. But I don't I don't really think many people in my class know, really.
Kind of, you're not, I am and I'm a model.
No, I don't say that.
No. Oh, well, I'm glad your friends are supportive though. And again, I feel like those you're learning with, in terms of, you kind of know who your friends are, because what you're doing is incredible. It's kind of like every little girl's dream to be a model, and modelling for I mean, it blows my mind. So, you know, easily get jealousy and people a bit iffy, but you get that, you know, so you kind of learning that younger, see that thicker skin. So,
definitely.
yeah, I'm glad you've got that supportive strategy. That's so I've got one last question.
Okay.
And this is about, so you've done pantomimes, is that right?
Yes.
Pantomimes. So what do you do? Do you do dance pantomimes?
Yeah, I do.
Well, or?
Basically, so we are the background children dancers, essentially. But so the audition is a dance audition, but they always say the only way you're really going to get in is if you show personality and you just smile.
Absolutely.
And on stage, so I've done panto for 3 years now, and we are in certain scenes before and after the dance where you sort of like react and everything to them, but I don't ever have any lines or anything, because I am essentially just a dancer.
The background one. That's get a buzz.
Yeah, I love pantomime. It takes over your whole Christmas. There's 60 shows altogether, but I don't do 60. The children dances, we only do 20 each.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's still a lot though. Yeah, it's a lot. Like, your whole Christmas is taken over by panto, but I love it. It's one of my favourite things ever.
Your panto tradition then is like on a hype. As you know, we've got a little panto tradition for Christmas that we go one evening Christmas, and it's great. So when do you start? Is it in like kind of end of November?
Yeah, it starts at the end of November, and we only have 2 weeks of rehearsals. Yeah, the rehearsals are very full on though. Like, we'll have 2 till 10 p.m. rehearsals, and like 9 till 6. But then there will sometimes just be some after school ones which are only 3 hours. But it's good.
And what panto have you been in?
My first one was Aladdin.
Oh, wow.
My second one was Cinderella, and then the one this year was Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, amazing. And the reason that I saw that you're in pantomimes is that my son is a massive fan of Andy, the dinosaur.
Oh, really?
So I wanted to ask you, how is it to work with Andy? Like, is he a nice guy?
So nice. All of the people at Panto were really nice, but he was really nice. He talked to us all the time. He was really funny.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, out of all of your photos, I was like, oh, she's met Andy.
Yeah, I've got a little cousin, and I've got 3 little cousins, but the youngest of them, she loves him, and they came to watch the panto, and afterwards you could go and get something signed or like buy his CD, and she saw him and she was so excited. Yeah, more excited to see him than me, but I'm not surprised.
Oh, I'm glad he's lovely. That's good. I'll pass that on then to my Frank. So
Definitely.
But what are you doing today? The sun shining where you?
It is actually quite sunny. It's quite cold today, but it's sunny.
So,
Yeah,
so what is going on?
I know. I went for a walk this morning with my mum, so I think today I'm gonna do some homework, and then I've got dance this evening.
Love it. A nice productive day.
Yeah, definitely.
Good. Oh, well, thank you so much. I had so much fun.
Oh yeah, same. Thank you so much for having me.
Darling. Yeah, hopefully it won't be long until you're back at school with all your friends.
Hopefully, yeah.
We're all back to normal. But lovely chatting to you.
You
And
too.
I'll be excited to see your work.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, take care. Be good for mum. And yeah, hopefully I'll speak to you soon, lovely.
You too. Thank you. Have a good rest of lockdown.
Yeah, thanks. Take care,
Bye.
sweetheart. Bye.